Alright, we are back with our first D&D movie time after Alien April. And, don't have anything really specific. I know we got plans to watch a bunch of Disney movies. But before that, we actually got a little bit of a mini review here we're going to do. And then we're going to jump into the movie of the day. And we'll review that. Alright. So starting with our special mini review. Korra is a big fan of Fallout now. She has played Fallout 4. She loves building in Fallout 4, right?
Yes!
And recently they came out with a TV show. I've watched all of it. You watched most of it, at least half of it. So, based on what you've seen so far, what would you give the first season of Fallout?
Probably a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10? What is some things you've liked about it so far, of what you've seen?
Basically, like, it has, like, the main storyline, kind of. Like, it really, like, takes all of the Fallout games. Of course, I only played one, but I know about all of them a little bit. And then, like, they took all of the Fallout games and then, like, put them into, like, one TV show.
Yeah.
So, like, I bet it's gonna be, like, a big TV show.
Are you think we're gonna get a good season 2?
I mean, yeah, because if...
I mean, you've kind of already seen how it ended. Looks like we're going to New Vegas.
Yeah, so if it's like they're gonna bring the Fallout, they're gonna, like, bring all the references from Fallout New Vegas into the TV show.
I'm actually wondering, like, because, okay, so Fallout New Vegas, a lot of people do like that game, but the one criticism that game gets a huge amount of is the fact that, the game would keep crashing. So I'm curious if when we get Fallout Season 2, if it is taking place in New Vegas, if they're going to have a running joke where they make it look like it's loading, since it's going to be on Amazon Prime on a streaming service. Like, your video has to keep loading. It'll be just like a joke.
Yeah, but it'd be, like, kind of mean. And plus, we're talking about, like, real life. Yo.
No.
It's based... Because I'm...
Better than in real life, it actually keeps crashing every time you try to watch the season. That would be too, like, crazy for it to actually be cursed.
Yeah, but, like, it'd be, like, kind of mean. But, and plus, like I said, we're talking about real life.
Yep. So, anyways, moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this a 10. I thought it was really well done. I know there's been a lot of controversy with, the end, with Vault-Tec supposedly saying they're going to drop the bombs. And to that fact, I just want to point out, I don't know why this is even a question. I don't think Vault-Tec literally meant they were going to drop the bombs. I think what she meant at the end when she said that, I think it was more a matter of fact saying, look, one way or another, we're going to make sure this war happens.
Yeah, but...
And that was all in her statement of, we will drop the bombs. I don't think she meant it in a literal sense. I think she meant it in a metaphysical sense, or metaphorical sense.
Yeah, but you're saying how she's straight up evil. I'm not even sure if she's a person. She has to be a robot.
No, one of the Vault-Tec people says that. Back in... Before the war, they said that. They were talking... You haven't seen that scene, but... So I don't even know why that's a controversy, because like I said, it was really good. I know Korra freaked out when she saw a mutant axolotl, or gulper as they call him.
It's an axolotl. It's an axolotl, not a gulper. What that means?
It's a mutant now though, and it's got fingers on over its mouth on the inside.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting to be honest. Don't do that.
Anyways, but yeah, so I really enjoyed all the characters we've gotten so far. I thought Michael was gonna last a bit longer. I thought he would at least make it through half the season. But yeah, and I only have seen one person besides myself make this comment, but I don't know, is it just me, or does the ghoul kind of look like a skeleton version of Deadpool? Like, this is what Deadpool's gonna look like 200 years from now.
I mean, I get like, Deadpool has a mask for a reason, so he must be ugly. It's not like Peter Parker. But, gee, don't make fun of him that bad.
He's deformed because of his mutant ability. They forced it out of him. Didn't you? You watched Deadpool. We've watched it a couple times.
I know, but people don't have to make fun of him because his face looks ugly.
I'm just saying the ghoul character looks like Deadpool. Like it's the same makeup people.
I know. Anyways, we are not talking about Fallout.
Yeah, we are. This is exactly what we're talking about. This is a mini review of Fallout. So anyways, the show was really good. You follow a couple different characters. The ghoul, Maximus, and Lucy. Everybody's trying to... And that's one thing that really got me upset is like, when I was watching other people review it, they're like, oh, they just coincidentally all wind up in the same place. Well, you know what? They're in the same place. They were all going, well, except for Lucy. Lucy was just going in the direction of Moldaver, and the scientist dude was going in the direction of Moldaver. And so, of course, they're going to meet up at some point. And they were like, oh, well, the Brotherhood guy, they just missed him. Because he was at that campsite, and then they show up, like, right after. It's like, okay, yes. They're going in the same direction. Now, true, the Brotherhood of Steel dude had no clue. But, I mean, it was a happened chance that they came across the camp. And that's usually what happens in stories. If you don't have that happen in stories, if you don't have chances and random encounters happen,
then it's not a story.
Then you are going to have a very boring story. If they had done that and they had not put that in, it would have been very boring. I mean, the whole reason they stopped and they were checking the area out was because they found a little camp that had dog food and other human food. So they thought, okay, maybe he was here because we know he's traveling with a dog. You know, dogs aren't very common. So it's a good possibility. And Lucy, she just happened to be in the area too. So yeah, these things just kind of coincidentally happen, but they happen for a reason. Because without that reason, you don't have a story. So I thought it was perfectly executed. I liked it all. I'm really looking forward to season 2. How about you, Korra?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta still finish season 1 at some point. But alright, now we're gonna move on to today's movie. So, since we were talking about Fallout, the TV show, and how much Korra now likes Fallout...
Wait, this movie?
We're gonna watch a movie that is kind of in the same frame set. And this movie is called Blast from the Past. It has Brendan Fraser, who I don't know if Cora's seen too much with him yet. I'm trying to think of things. We haven't watched The Mummy, the Brendan Fraser version of The Mummy. We'll probably be watching that over the summer. I haven't really decided what summer hits. I might put up a poll on some ideas for summer hits and let you guys vote on it and see where you guys land. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it's got Brendan Fraser, and it involves sort of a nuclear war or a possible World War III. It's a comedy. It's really funny. It's also got Alicia Silverstone in it, who you have not seen in anything yet, Korra. So, although one day you probably will see some stuff with her. But yeah, I think you're really going to enjoy this movie. And I guess when we get back, you can tell us what the movie was all really about, because I'm trying not to spoil it for you. And then you can tell me if I'm right or wrong if you really liked it when we get our final scores. So, alright, with that said, let's blast off to the past.
Bye.
In the early 1960s, the threat of nuclear war sent the Weber family underground.
How long will we have to stay down here?
35 years.
35 years.
For 3 decades, they lived a fairly normal life. But now,
I wish that I could meet a girl. I've been thinking about that just these last 15 years or so.
they're finally letting their son come out and play.
Let me guess something. This is your first visit to La La Land.
Eve was tired of the same old guys.
I know you like me. You know what? A lot of guys like me.
But there was something about Adam
I thought I'd never see you again.
Okay, down boy.
she couldn't resist.
Where on earth are you from? Maybe Eve can guess.
Give me your hand. Okay. We live in Alaska. Are we getting hot?
Yes? What do you mean, you can get me laid?
Can we talk about that a little later?
This guy is unbelievable.
You still want to go girl hunting tonight?
Oh, yes, I certainly do.
Go on, Romeo.
Shall we dance?
Yeah, wait. He's jumping to the beat. He's been dancing in the street.
From New Line Cinema and the director of The First Wives Club comes a romantic comedy
I told you I've never driven before.
about making up for lost time.
You're in love with a guy. What? I do not fall in love with weirdos who I've only known for 4 or 5 days.
Yes, you do.
And I don't fall in love with grown men who leave their pants when they see the ocean.
Yes, you do. Nothing to do with her ever seems to be right.
You're a nice boy, but what Eve needs is a nice man.
I fell in love with you the very moment that I saw you.
You know,
Thank you.
Brendan Fraser, Alicia Silverstone, Christopher Walken, and Sissy Spacek. Blast from the past.
Alright, Korra, blast from the past. What was this movie about?
so it's basically about this couple that thought that a nuke was going to happen, so they went down to a fallout vault. Well, not a vault,
Shelter.
shelter. By the way, this isn't a Fallout movie, even though most likely expected it to be.
Yeah, it kind of felt a little bit like Fallout, right? Especially at the beginning.
Yeah. And then, like, a couple years later, because basically the rest of the thing was, like, not important, kind of, except the main character growing up.
Yep. He lived 35 years in an underground shelter.
And then the entire world changed. Actually, they're like for them, cause like they're like humans mutated or stuff mutated.
But what happens? So
So So basically, the main character, I think his name is Adam, was sent out to get some stuff.
Supplies.
Supplies. He meets this girl.
And what's her name?
I want to call her Mela so bad, but it's not Mela.
Eve.
Yeah, Eve.
Like
Eve.
Adam and Eve. That's the whole joke
Adam and Eve.
from the Bible. The first two humans that God supposedly created.
You had to say that, didn't you?
That's what it is.
Is that supposed to be a joke, or did they just accidentally add that?
No, it was kind of the point.
Yeah, but those were the first humans on Earth.
According to the Bible, it was.
No, I'm talking about the movie.
No.
The movie.
Anyways, so what's Eve like?
Eve just is kind of like any girl that I like meet. Like a little bit sassy, a little bit nice, and
What's Adam like? You haven't said much of what
yeah.
Adam's like.
pretty much Adam is like the dude that fails at trying to be new.
What?
Because he's like saying hello to everybody and like doing scenes. Like a bunch of people was like looking at him like, do you need a therapist?
Well, he's never seen anybody except for his parents.
Yeah, but like,
Imagine if you only saw the same two people for 35 years. You'd be excited to meet other people too.
yeah, but this is a boy. This is a boy we're talking about.
And he's super smart, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. Book-wise, he's very smart. Socially, he's behind. So you could say he's super smart, book-wise, but on a social level, not very smart because he's experienced everything for the first time.
Yeah, but like, if he has
So
to
he goes
lie-
by book definitions for like what gay means.
Yeah, but like, if he has to like say he's out of town, then he has to act like he knows stuff. He has to be silent. That's like one of the most weirdest things. But anyways, then he gets a hotel room. He basically charges Eve a couple baseball cards, which surprisingly, baseball cards, if you sell them, they can make you rich.
If he collected them for as long as they were collected. His father probably bought those back in the 50s, and selling those today, those would be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, but
I tried to get into baseball card collecting. Didn't really work out.
why? What happened?
Just couldn't get anything good. Couldn't hold on to them.
But you know what you should have done?
But I collect different kind of cards now. And some of those might be worth some money one day.
Yeah, I can tell from the couple book card thingy holders on the floor.
But anyways, come on.
Then basically, like, Eve calls Alex?
Adam?
Adam.
Well, what does Adam want now
Oh,
that Eve's helping him? What is she helping him do?
get supplies.
And?
Find a woman.
Yep, a wife.
A wife. But, okay, I get that this is someone that never experienced life before. But you don't just coming up to people and you don't just come up to somebody that you just met like 1 or 2 days ago and say, hey, can you find me a wife?
Well, he didn't do it right away. He waited till like the second or third day after she had already been helping him out for a while. And that's when he asked her.
I know, it's kind of weird, like, yes, I get you to like...
And he's kind of on a time limit. Because he's supposed to take those supplies and go back down into the shelter. So the way he sees it, he's on a time limit. That's why he's asking her to help him out. So what do?
They basically go to a bar, I think it is?
A club.
A club.
And what do we learn at the club? She starts getting jealous with him with other girls, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
I was like, somebody loves you.
But then, she tries to be petty and have a drink with her ex-boyfriend. But Adam doesn't get that, and he was having a conversation, so he tries to just finish his conversation. And what does the ex-boyfriend do?
Decide to punch him.
How successful did that work out?
-10%.
Why?
Because Alex would like this.
Adam.
Adam, that's what I said.
It's not the guy from your game, Minecraft.
I did not say Steve.
He said Alex.
Alex is not a guy, it's a girl. Are you dumb or something?
No, Alex is a boy's name.
Apparently not in Minecraft.
That must be Alexandra.
Apparently it's Alex in Minecraft. Must be for short.
Anyways, so what happens in the fight?
Basically, Alex went like...
Adam
Adam went like this when the other ex-boy tried to punch him. Hey! Down!
He blocked it and punched him back.
Yeah.
It took that guy 3 times to give up. Even though he kept saying, yeah, we're not going to do it. We're not going to fight. Anyways, so who does he go home with?
Something the person that she called you know what? And I did not
A
want...
female dog?
Yeah.
Sophie?
Yeah.
Who he was talking French to earlier?
Yeah.
And how does that make Eve feel?
Jealous and mean and
Angry?
jealous and angry.
Yeah.
Jealous and angry.
Alright, so does he ever tell her the truth?
Yes.
And what does she do then?
I think she calls a therapist. Or one of those like people that, or like something that's going to send her
The
to.
insane asylum doctors?
Yeah, the insane asylum doctors.
And they come and try to take him away. But luckily he found his home, right?
Yep.
So he gets away.
And then Eve and Adam went back to the basement thing, whatever. And instead of him doing what he was...
Eve and her friend go to his hotel room and they find all his stocks and bonds, all his cards, everything that points to that he's lived, like all the stuff from the 60s, and basically find out that he's super duper rich now.
Yeah, without him even knowing, he could just literally...
Can you quit playing with your shirt like... They find out he's super rich, and she makes her friend take him back to where he was that morning, so she could find his home, right?
Yep.
And then what happens?
Then basically they go to the bookstore, turns out it's the wrong one.
Well, the right area, but the wrong store. It's down the street.
And then she saw Adam. Then they went to the basement or whatever. They talked to parents into only closing the vault for 2 months. And then after those 2 months, Adam told his dad the truth. There was just a plane that crashed into the house.
Yeah. And then as the credits roll, the dad starts planning out the next fallout shelter. That's why he was walking the way he was. He was plotting out how much area he would need to recreate the house again. That is one of the more interesting things, I think. That I wonder if they just used the same set for the house 3 different times. One in the 60s.
There's 2 movies.
No.
There's 2 other movies.
But they could have used that same set for the house in the 60s. Then again for the underground vault. Then again for the house at the end. Just made it look like, prep it up to look differently. I wonder if that's what they did or not to save some money. Just kept reusing the same set pieces.
I mean, yeah, if small... I don't know if, like, when this movie came out, if small... People...
1999. A lot of good movies came out in 1999.
Yeah, if any of the people who made those were smart, I'm pretty sure they were, like, with some of the exact same sets. It's the same.
But alright, that was Blast from the Past. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to give our final score and thoughts. See you in a minute.
Bye.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Shaun Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend, Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, Korra, starting with you on a scale of 1 to 10. Blast from the past. What would you give this movie?
10 out of 10. It kind of gives a interesting storyline, but like it makes you wonder like what will happen next.
Well, they probably just live their lives. At least until probably like 2020, maybe Adam thought they really needed another fallout shelter. When COVID broke out and they went underground.
I mean, like, I don't know if they, like, made a second movie or not.
No, they never made a sequel. And it doesn't need a sequel. It was fine the way it was.
But I don't care if somebody remakes it and, like, that's, like, the closest thing we got to a sequel.
You mean the Fallout?
Not to this movie.
There's no sequel to this movie. Anyways, who is your favorite character in the movie?
Alex.
Who's Alex? You mean Adam? Brendan Fraser's characters? You know, and yes, you have seen him before. I thought about it as we were watching the movie, and I told you. You saw him in Bedazzled, which we recently reviewed. Maybe the link will be up above your head. But, you've seen him before, and you loved him in that. Did you love him in this? Is he like one of your new favorite actors?
Yeah, probably.
Wait till you see him in some other movies. But, did you have a favorite scene? What's your most favorite scene in this movie?
I mean, I would probably say like all of them, but if I had to choose one, I'll probably say like the scene where they almost started a club fight. Like,
He punched the axe 3 times.
yeah.
Alright, well, moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Blast from the Past also a 10 out of 10. A lot of great movies came out in 1999. And I keep coming across movies that I really like, and I keep finding out they all came out in 1999. It's really weird. My favorite character was Eve, but that was because growing up, I had a huge, massive crush on Alicia Silverstone. Even to this day, I probably still do. Like, she's a gorgeous woman. She's always been very pretty. She's around my age, so she might have been a couple years older than me.
Well,
Because I think in 1999, I was 17. I think she was like 21. Somewhere between 21 and 25. One of the first movies I ever remember seeing her in was an old movie called The Crush, which I'd like to review with Korra one day, but when she's much older.
I want to call you Sanji so bad, but I don't know if half of the viewers watching doesn't even know what One Piece is.
Well, you wouldn't be the proper term for Sanji, anyway. Anyways, but yeah, that's our thoughts on Blast from the Past. It's a great movie. If you liked the TV series of Fallout and you're liking the games of Fallout and you've just recently came into the Fallout world, definitely consider checking out Blast from the Past. It's a really great movie. It's got a lot of good comedy, and it's a nice, wholesome film for the most part. I mean, there are some a little bit of adult jokes that you just got to be an adult to get, that Korra didn't quite get this time around, but that'll leave something when she watches it when she gets older. She'll understand those jokes, and she'll sort of feel like Adam felt, where it's like, oh, I get the joke now. Okay. You know? So, but that's going to go ahead and wrap up this review. And like I said, keep your eyes out. We'll probably do a poll in the upcoming near future on what movies we might do over the summer. So, with that said, we will see you all in the next video.